Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see by the title of this video, this is another Lions book sale haul. So if you guys are new to my channel and you haven't watched any of my videos before and have no idea what I mean by the Lions book sale, basically the Lions book sale is an event that is hosted in my town. It happens every single year and it just has really cheap books, records, puzzles, games, DVDs, and like sometimes they also do like a bake sale and barbecue. Yeah, everything is really affordable. Like all of the books start from like $1 to $2 and can range from like about 50 cents to upwards of about $7, I think. Yeah, they've got heaps of different types of books, from like children's books to cooking books, adult fiction to young adult fiction. I go to this event every single year, and every single year I manage to walk away with some items. Yeah, all of the money that is raised at this event goes towards the Lions charity, so you're getting behind a good cause and you're also coming away with a lot of really nice items. I actually vlogged the event last year, so if you want to watch it, I'll leave it down below, and I'll leave it in the eye, which I think is on this side, just if you want to get a little bit more context on what I mean and like want to actually see how it all looks. My family always goes every single year, and every single year we always come away with some bits and pieces. Starts at 8 o'clock, but usually we tend to get there around 7:30ish because people are already lining up. It's kind of like first in first serve, like people that go first tend to usually get the good finds. I have done one of these on my channel every single year that I've been, pretty much since I started my channel. So again, if you do enjoy this video and you want to watch more, then I'll leave the playlist down below and in the eye as well. Yeah, without further ado, let's jump into all of the items that I actually did buy. Phil actually did get some items himself. He only got books. I'm not going to show you the books that he got, but he just got a couple of classics and some Stephen King's, I think. He only found 6 books this year, so he didn't find as many as he did last year, which was a little bit disappointing. I think even myself, like, this is probably the least amount of books I think I have found at the Lions book sale, but I mean, that's just how it is sometimes at the book sale. Like, you never really know what you're going to find. I found 10 books and 1 puzzle and 1 game. I mean, not game, 1 DVD. So I might get all of the books out the way first. I'll do my best to remember all of the prices and stuff of everything. So I might actually start with the book that my mum found me. So my mum went to the cookbook section pretty early on. I was trying to avoid the section just because I bought a lot of cookbooks last year, and our cookbook shelf is like full to the max. Like, we had a declutter recently and just got rid of some because we had too many, but this one I was more than happy to add to my collection. My mum found me this one here. So this is by Annabelle Langbein. This is her essential cookbook. So apparently, according to mum, this is her newest book. This one had a warehouse sticker on it for $50, so it is very expensive to buy new. But this one had a little like yellow $6 tag on it, but when I actually went to the checkouts to get them to cash everything up, they only marked it as $2. So I got a $50 Annabelle Langbein book for $2. It is like a very like chunky cookbook, but it's like got your double page spreads, and yeah, it's just got a whole lot of really nice recipes. Her cookbooks are always really beautiful. I just thought this was a really nice addition, and I do really enjoy her cookbooks. I think I found 2 last year, and my mum already had this one, so she grabbed it and then she called me over and she's like, if you don't want it to add to your collection, then I can put it back. But I was like, no, I will take that one. So thank you, mum, for finding that one for me, and thank you to the lady at the checkout who cashed it up as $2 rather than $6. So yeah, that's the only cookbook that I found. So the rest of the books that I found are like fiction books. So I might actually start with one of my most favorite finds. So this is one of the first books that I found. I managed to get my hands on Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Now, funny story, I'd actually been thinking about this book like the 2 previous days before the Lions book sale, and I was saying to myself like, oh, I really want to pick up Fangirl this year because I saw it there last year, but there was another girl that saw it before me and grabbed it, and I saw her picking it out and I was so gutted because I really wanted to get my hands on this. But yeah, this book I have read. It follows these 2 girls in in college, and one of them is like a real bookworm and a real homebody. She doesn't really like to go out and socialize, and she's part of like this big fandom, and she writes like fan fiction and stuff. And then her, I think it's her roommate or her sister, it's one of the two of those, and she's more like outgoing, and she tries to get her to like come out of her shell and just not sit at home all the time and read and write, to actually get out and socialize. Just kind of tells the story of like how they're like two different people and trying to like influence each other's life a little bit. I just really enjoyed the story. I thought it was written very well, and I read this really fast. So yeah, this one only cost me $2. And then also by Rainbow Rowell, I found Eleanor in Park. I'm really happy that I have found. John Green has a little review of this at the top, and I love John Green's writing, and even he enjoyed this one. I remember back in high school when I was going to the library a lot to get books out, I really wanted to read this because it sounded really good, but they just didn't have it in any of my local libraries. So currently haven't read this, but I am very excited to read this book. So it's just like a girl and a boy and like a cute little like romance novel. So again, that one was only $2. The next book I found is this one here. So this one is The Martian by Andy Weir. I think that's how you pronounce that last name. I watched the movie of this and I absolutely loved it. So it's like this guy and like this group of scientists are studying Mars, the planet, and then I think something happens, like this big storm or whatever, and the rest of the group gets sent back to Earth, but I don't think he gets there quite quick enough, or they can't find him, or they think he's dead. They leave without him, and then they later get contact from Mars to find out that he is still alive. So it just kind of follows his journey on Mars trying to keep himself alive until he gets rescued. I thought the movie was really good, so when I saw that there was a book version of it, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like I have to pick it up. Again, only cost me $2. Again, I haven't read it, but I am very excited to. The next book I have is this one here. Now this one is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I haven't read this, but I have read Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick. It is one of my most favorite books of all time. So when I saw this in there, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna give it a read, because like I said before, I really love Becca Fitzpatrick's writing. Yeah, I just thought it would be an interesting read. So it says A Fallen Angel, A Forbidden Love. This one I might read the back of for you in case you're interested. For Nora Gray, romance was not part of the plan, not until Patch came along. With his easy smile and eyes that seem to see inside her, Nora is drawn to him against her better judgment. But after a series of terrifying encounters, Nora can't decide whether to fall into his arms or run and hide. And when she tries to seek some answers, she finds herself near a truth that is way more unsettling than anything Patch makes her feel. For Nora is in the middle of a centuries-old battle between the immortal and those that have fallen, and the wrong choice will cost her life. I thought it was a kind of a similar story to Twilight, and there is another series I have read and I cannot remember what it is called. It's like a trilogy, and it follows this guy that is, he's like not human, but I enjoyed that series and I enjoyed the Twilight series, so I thought this sounded like those kind of books. So yeah, I'm excited to give this one a whirl. Again, this one was only $2. This next book, again, I was so excited to find, because I did not think that I would get this book as quickly as I did, and that is this one here. So this one is Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. Again, I've heard a lot of really good things about this book. Thought I'd pick it up. Haven't currently read this, but I am very excited to. Again, this was only $2. And then I may as well do the next couple as well. So they're by the same authors. They have these two here. So I found 9 Perfect Strangers and The Husband's Secret. Both of these books I saw Rachel Catherine reading, and I think she really enjoyed both of these books. So yeah, I kind of got them off of her recommendation and thought I would just give them a read. So hopefully I like Liane Moriarty's writing style, because now I have 3 books by her, and again, these ones were only $2 each as well. I'm not reading all of the backs of all of these just because this video will be super duper long, but what I can do is I'll leave the titles down below in the description, and if you want to research and look up what any of these books are or what they're about, then yeah, they'll be down below. And then I just have 2 books left. So all of those other books that I have just showed you are like ones that I've either heard really good reviews on or ones that like I've liked the author's writing or I've read and I really enjoyed. These last two are ones that I had never heard anything about, but they were just a couple of like ones that like I picked out and read the back of and thought it would be a nice read. The first one is this one here. So this one is called Fashion Victim by Sam Baker, and it says an alibi is the perfect accessory. I just read the back of this and fell in love, so again I'm gonna read the back of it to you. It says, who would leave a highly respected hard-won position as an investigative journalist at one of London's top newspapers for a job at a fashion rag? That's the question on everyone's mind when Annie Anderson announces she's making the move. After a few days at Handbag, Annie realizes that being a fashion editor is going to be much harder than she ever anticipated. Thrown into the heart of New York Fashion Week, she is unprepared for her new world's bewildering hierarchy. But if there's one thing Annie knows, it's interviewing. So when she scores an exclusive with the hot up-and-coming designer Mark Mailer, she's back on familiar ground. The gossip du jour has Mark and his model girlfriend Patty Lang on the outs after Patty's disastrous and very public return to her first love heroine. Annie senses there's much more to the story, but before she can coax Mark to open up, he's dead. Shot before Annie's eyes in what appears to be an attempted robbery. Annie believes that Mark's death was anything but random, and a grief-stricken Patty agrees. From New York to London to Milan, Annie searches for answers, but in the pursuit of a good story, Annie must not lose sight of her common sense, or the consequences could make her the next fashion victim. So yeah, I just thought it sounded kind of interesting. It kind of reminded me a lot of The Arrangement by Robin Harding, just how that story kind of takes a big plot twist. And I really like books that are set in New York City. I really love fashion, so yeah, when this was kind of centered around fashion, I was like, oh my gosh, like I can already tell I'm gonna absolutely love this book. Yeah, again, this was $2. And then the last book that I found was a Christmas one. So the last few years I think that I've been to the Lions book sale, I've always managed to find a Christmas book, which is kind of nice because I just like having a few kind of festive reads just for the holiday time, obviously. So this one is Trading Christmas by Debbie McComber. It's got like multiple Christmas stories in the one book. So it's got Trading Christmas, The Christmas Basket, and Shirley, Goodness and Mercy. So I'll just read the back of them. So Trading Christmas says, on December 24, a crowded train is taking holiday travelers home for Christmas. But because of a snowstorm, this group of strangers ends up spending Christmas Eve together, stranded in a small train station. Despite the cold and discomfort, create an impromptu celebration that reminds them all what Christmas really means. So that was the first one I read, and that was kind of what hooked me on the book. I was like, that sounds like a really interesting story. And then it says The Christmas Basket. More than 10 years ago, a high school sweethearts, Noelle McDowell and Thomas Sutton, planned to elope, but then he jilted her. This Christmas, Noelle is home to celebrate the holidays, and she and Tom discover they are still in love. Now only the decades-old rivalry between their mothers stands in the way of a second chance together. Read that one, thought it was really cute. And then Shirley, Goodness and Mercy says, Greg Bennett is 60 years old and has no one to spend Christmas with. Wandering the streets of San Francisco, he finds himself in a church whispering a simple heartfelt prayer. A prayer that wends its way to the Archangel Gabriel, who assigns his favourite angels, Shirley, Goodness and Mercy, to Greg Bennett's case. Because Gabriel knows that Greg's going to need the assistance of all three. So that was kind of just like a, oh yeah, like I'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. Again, it was only $2, and yeah, we're getting very close to Christmas now, so yeah, I'm excited to give that one a whirl. Okay, so yeah, those are all of the books, and then I just wanted to share with you a DVD and a puzzle. So the DVD is currently sitting in my entertainment unit drawer, and it's quite wedged in there, so I don't want to try and pull it out. But I got the Barbie Nutcracker DVD. If you guys don't know me, then you won't know, obviously, but I still really love the Barbie movies as an adult. I watched them as a kid, and it kind of just like takes me back. I think that one was the first ever Barbie movie that was released. Well, it's definitely like one of the first ones I ever watched as a kid, so yeah, when I saw it, I grabbed it. It was only $1. And then the last thing that I got is a puzzle. Now I went to the puzzles and the games section first. Like I had a few games that I was kind of looking for, but I didn't manage to find any that were on my list to get, so that was a bit of a shame. But I had a quick look through the puzzles, and one of the ones that really stood out to me was this one here. So I'll kind of give you guys a bit of a close-up look. Hopefully you can kind of, oh yeah, you can kind of see there. I just thought the graphics in it were really cool. So this one is just the Humour I Love Paris puzzle. It's a 1,000 piece puzzle. I kind of got obsessed with Paris after watching Emily in Paris. Yeah, when I saw this puzzle I just grabbed it. Fingers crossed it has all the pieces. It has been like sellotaped shut on the sides so that like you won't just pick it up and all the pieces will fall out. Yeah, I'm excited to start that. Phil and I are really bad at puzzles, but I still enjoy doing them anyways, so it'll probably take me a while to complete. But yeah, I'm really happy that I picked that one up. Again, that one was only $2 and they had a lot of puzzles. I almost got a Christmas one, but like I wasn't completely sold on the picture. Those are all of the books and like games and things that I found at the Lions book sale this year. I feel like this video was probably a little bit of a shorter one. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what I picked up. Phil and I are quite big readers. Like we've got a really big bookshelf in our living room, and I feel like reading is kind of considered uncool nowadays. I really like it. I think you can experience so much and learn so much just from kind of like living other people's lives in books, if that makes sense. Overall this year I think we only spent like $36, which is crazy because last year we spent about $70. We also didn't stay as long this year because Phil's hay fever was playing up. I'm really happy with everything that we got, and I'm happy I didn't like go too crazy because our bookshelf is already full, so trying to fit all of these on here was a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. And if you did enjoy this video, then yeah, make sure you go down below and check out some of my other Lions book sale hauls that I have done in the past. This will be my last video before Vlogmas starts, so yeah, I'm very excited for Vlogmas. I'm a little bit nervous just for how much editing I'm gonna have to do, but I am very excited. And yeah, I just thought I would end the kind of like years worth of videos that are not Christmassy with this one here, just because it is a tradition that I do on my channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and it's kind of giving you guys some ideas on some books you can pick up, some new reads to try. If you have read any of these books, by the way, let me know in the comments and let me know what you thought of them. Let me know what your favorite book is at the moment as well, just so I can get some new recommendations because I'm always on the hunt. I think that's everything, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh, I can win a Jeep if I want to win a Jeep. I got an itch. I don't know why I'm so itchy today. My chin and my ear.